Hello everyone, this is your host Noorish Khan and we are back with another one of our live videos, and this time we are going to be previewing the incredible, the mighty clash between India and Pakistan, the most one of the, no, I won't say one of the, but perhaps the most anticipated clash of the T20 World Cup 2026 and perhaps the cricketing history, as India and Pakistan will be taking each other on at Colombo. So the emotions are at an all-time high, stakes are at an all-time high, and it only makes sense why it would be the way it is, because of course there's a lot that's going on in that match, and perhaps because of the I'd say behind the scenes issues that there were before this match came into play. There were ups, there were downs, and then there were ups yet again, downs yet again, and then finally Pakistan and India decided to play each other. And I mean, what's good for cricket is that the game is going to happen. So I'm not going to go into the details of what happened, why it happened, because that's irrelevant. I mean, considering it's cricket that we're going to be talking about. So that was it, and we're going to be previewing the mighty India versus Pakistan clash. We're going to have a good discussion on the squads, how many squads there are, how good the squad look for each team, and how what are the strengths of each team, what are some of the things that they really need to focus on each team. So we're going to be talking about that in detail, and we're going to take into account the conditions in Colombo, the pitch conditions, how the pitch is looking, and then an hour from now, the action is going to begin, and Pakistan and India will be taking each other off. So I mean, giving you a Pakistani perspective, everyone here is so pumped up, so excited to witness this clash and to to watch both the teams play. And I mean, if the sentiments are the same on the other side of the border as well. Even from India, people are very, very excited, and everyone's just pumped up and looking forward to supporting their own team. So I mean, this is what it is, and I really, really hope that the best team wins today. And being Pakistani, I would really want Pakistan to win, fingers crossed. But at the same time, I also think that there are some strengths in the Indian side as well, some strengths in the Pakistani side as well. So we're going to have a deep down discussion on it. So I mean, looking at both the squads, I'm just going to start off by saying both the teams, although they have an equal edge on each other, but I've been very consistent and on this opinion that Pakistan in this match, they're going to have a slightly better edge over India. And why is that? The reason is as simple as because Pakistan have played two of their matches on the same venue as of today, Colombo. The previous two matches that Pakistan have played in the T20 World Cup 2026 have been on this current venue in Colombo. So Pakistan are well aware of the situation, of the condition, of the environment, and this is why Pakistan do have a slight edge over India today, because India, these conditions are comparatively these conditions are new to the Indian side, and when the Indian side has flown all the way from India to Sri Lanka, so these conditions are going to be fairly novel for the Indian side as compared to the Pakistani side. So Pakistan is going to have that advantage in that sort, that they're very well aware of the conditions, well aware of the pitch. Speaking of the pitch, there were reports that the pitch is going to be slightly different from what it has been over the rest of the World Cup. I mean, I saw a picture of the pitch yesterday when it was being prepared, and it's an authentic source, and I could see that the pitch that they were preparing the pitch a little bit more grassy than what it was in the previous matches that have been played in Sri Lanka. So I think in that sort, holistically speaking, it is still going to be a spin-dependent track. The spinners are still going to have a pretty big role to play from both the sides here. And even if I take that out of the equation, the pitch is still going to be very supportive of spinners. So spinners from both the sides really have an edge there. But then if they're making it a bit more grassy compared to the previous matches, I think that the Pacers are also going to have comparatively better time here today on this pitch from both the sides. And now if I come to the squad, I've told you about the pitch, about the conditions, and how Pakistan is going to have a slight edge over India in today's match. But then again, it's a pressure game. and everything that comes down, everything in this match comes down to how well either of the two teams perform under pressure. So if Pakistan or India are to win this, or even think of winning this, they have to be comfortable with the fact that they have to perform under pressure, and that is not a choice, that is a must thing, especially for Pakistan. It wasn't a long while ago when Pakistan lost 120 of 120, when Pakistan couldn't chase down 120 of 120 bowls back in T20 World Cup 2024 in US against India. So that was a match that Pakistan could have easily won but couldn't, right? So I mean, I'm expecting a good match today. I'm expecting a good clash today. And if I analyze the scores a bit, I mean, Pakistan, so look, holistically speaking, there are two trump cards in total and one trump card from each team. For Pakistan, the trump card, the X factor, is going to be Usman Tariq, and he's all over the news at this point. He's literally the hot topic of discussion in every news, every analysis at this point of time. Everyone is all over the place with Usman Tariq, with his bowling action and all. But let me just remind you, and let me just tell this to people who do not know, he has been cleared twice by the ICC. So his bowling action is not something that is deemed as inappropriate, because he's been cleared twice by the PCB, but then PCB and ICC as well. So despite that, even if despite all of that, people do have an issue with that, then that's on them. We are no one to talk about Usman Tariq's action and all. Let's leave it up to the authorities, up to the real authorities who have the authority to really make that decision and judge a bowler's certain action, because there are so many technical aspects that maybe I would know, you would know, but still we are no one to comment on that. The people, let's leave it to the people in charge. So yeah, that's done, that's clear. And Salman Ali Aga even addressed this concern in his presser yesterday when he mentioned about how Usman Tariq has been dealing with all of these claims ever since he started his career, and he's been to the point that he's been kind of been desensitized to these claims, so they don't really bother him at all. And then Surya Kumar Yadav, there have been reports where Surya Kumar Yadav was seen practicing and mimicking Usman Tariq's action during the practice session yesterday to make sure that his batters are very well prepared against him. So it's one thing's clear, regardless of how this match turns out to be, one thing's certain: India has definitely prepared well in advance for Usman Tariq. This is going to be our X factor for Team Pakistan. And if I talk about India, their X factor is going to be Abhishek Sharma. X factor, you could call it a term card, but then there are contradicting claims on this as well. Now 70% chance is now there's a 70% chance that Abhishek Sharma might play today, and of course there's a majority chance that Abhishek Sharma will play today. But in the case that Abhishek Sharma isn't playing today, Sanju Samson is going to be substituting him. If that happens, that India are going to have a clear edge, because Sanju Samson is someone who Pakistan haven't played enough. So Sanju Samson is going to be to Pakistan what Usman Tariq is going to be for India, to India, right? So the difference is that Usman Tariq is a bowler and Sanju Samson is a batter. That's the only difference. But I think for India, if in the scenario that Abhishek Sharma doesn't play, Sanju Samson is going to be the one who's going to substitute him, and that can be something that is of dire importance to India, and it can dramatically increase India's chances, because then of course it's going to be the X factor for Team India and not so for Pakistan. So Pakistan has Usman Tariq, India is going to have Abhishek Sharma, so that's even out. The other factor, I'm going to analyze this, preview this match chronologically. So if I talk about, I've gone through the squads and all, but if I talk about the batting lineup of both the teams, for Pakistan, I think we have a pretty strong batting lineup, but then not so strong as well and strong as well. Why do I say that? Because I just fear our middle order might collapse the way it has over the years, and I just hope that doesn't happen today. Now the middle order, the thing with middle order is that when you've selected the squad and you've selected 6 openers in your squad, then you can't really expect your middle order to go all in with, and to go to cloud 9 with all the performances and all. So it was pretty much expected that this collapse would happen. But what Pakistan can do right now is make the right decisions at the right time, something that Pakistan has for long struggled with, and I really, really hope that it doesn't repeat today. That's number one. Number 2 is selecting the right bowlers, selecting the right fielders for the right positions. If Babar Azam is the right fielder for the deep position, Salman Aga should make sure that he keeps Babar Azam at the deep position. Then if I talk about the fielding side of Pakistan, I think Pakistan has always struggled with fielding, and India comparatively has a greater chance in that fielding sector, and that box is very well ticked by India. But Pakistan, on their best of days, can of course surprise everyone, wow everyone with their fielding efforts, and I really, really hope that this is one of those days where Pakistan wows everyone with their fielding effort. But for that to happen, we have to make the right decisions at the right time. And I really hope that it doesn't come down to the fact that we are dropping easy catches, because that is not crucial, because catches win matches, and that is something that both the teams need to understand. I mean, we also how Surya Kumar Yadav was dropped cotton balls during the match against US, during India's match against US, and that really turned the tables around dramatically for Team US, and they lost a match that they could have otherwise won. As for India, I think their batting lineup is a bit too dependent on Hardik Pandya and Surya Kumar Yadav. And if Abhishek Sharma plays today, then he'd be coming back from an injury, a very serious one. He was in ICU for the past few days, and it wasn't a pleasant situation for him at all. And since he's coming back from an injury, I think it's going to impact his performance today. I really hope it doesn't, because of course Abhishek Sharma is always a treat to watch. Even as a Pakistani fan, if you truly love cricket, you'll understand that he's truly a feat to watch. He's been absolutely sensational with the batting. He makes batting look so easy. Surya Kumar Yadav is going to be the real challenge, the real the big fish in the sea for Team Pakistan, especially Pakistani bowlers. They're going to target and have to make up all the strategy around him, not just around him, but then you have Hardik Pandya, who is going to be a real villain with the bat, with the ball for Team Pakistan as well. So I really hope that Pakistani team has prepared well in advance for that. And the other opinion, the other thing that I have often proposed, and I've faced a lot of criticism on that unpopular opinion as well, is the fact that I certainly believe with all my might, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with this, so pardon me for that, apologies in advance, but I think that Pakistan should drop Shaheen Afridi today. Yes, hear me out. I know it is a very unpopular opinion, and I know that people are not going to be comfortable with me saying that, especially the Pakistani people. Yes, Shaheen Afridi is our premium bowler. Yes, Shaheen Afridi, everyone knows, 2021, they cannot play him. He took the all-important wicket of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. But over the past few months, especially the recent, few months, he hasn't performed up to the mark, and he's become quite too predictable, to be honest. And Shaheen Afridi has become very predictable, and it's gonna be of disadvantage to us, because we wouldn't want easy runs to be leaked in the death and the power play. And besides, I would want to see Fakhar Zaman and Fahim Ashraf together in a squad, and that can only happen if Shaheen Afridi sits this one out. So if Shaheen Afridi sits this one out, we could include Fahim Ashraf in his place, and Fakhar Zaman in place of Fahim Ashraf. So if that happens, Fakhar Fahim would both play, and I would, if I were in place of the selection committee, I would not even think of dropping Fakhar or Fahim. Both of them are going to be of extreme substance and value to us, and I think they can really, make up for that hole in the middle order that there is. They can really strengthen up the middle order in that sort, and I think it's going to be of great advantage to us if we play both Fahim Ashraf and Fakhar Zaman. There are reports, however, that Shaheen Afridi might not play today's game against India, and if that happens, then that would be a good decision. And I think Salman Mirza and Usman Tariq are going to be two bowlers who are going to be that X factor for us, and I really hope things work out for them. Now, moving on to the Indian side, like I said, Indian batting is a bit too dependent on Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya and Ishan Kishan, as a matter of fact, as well. So they would definitely want the entire batting to, the batting lineup to really step up. Now, the thing with India is that they have strong batting till number 8. And there is something that Pakistan should take into consideration. Early wickets in the power play is the key, precisely to, is really going to be the key for you to win this match. I'm talking from the perspective of Pakistan. And the toss, of course. The most important factor is going to be the toss for both the teams. So whichever team wins the toss, there are going to be two situations. And I'm going to analyze and break down them from both the perspectives. So the first situation is taking into account only the conditions. If that happens, of course the conditions in Colombo literally give you the script, and the script is that you have to win the toss, and if you win the toss, you have to bowl first. There's no other way, considering Colombo's conditions and all. See, that's situation number A. Situation B is taking into account the strengths of your team, and if that happens, I think if Pakistan wins the toss, they would look to bat first. If India wins the toss, they would also want to bowl first. So if Pakistan wins the toss, they would definitely want to bat first, because considering Pakistan's strength comparatively lies in their bowling, and their batting is comparatively not that strong. So I think Pakistan would really want to win the toss and bat first, but only time will tell which team wins the toss, which team loses the toss. But the bottom line is that whichever teams win the toss, that team is clearly going to have a clear advantage in this match, and I can only hope that it's Pakistan who wins the toss, and of course, makes the right decision. And look, to sum it all up, because we're coming towards the end of our live session, good luck to both the teams, and may the best team win. And as a Pakistani fan, I hope my team wins, but I just want to see a good game of cricket. And with this platform, I just want to send a message to all the fans who are watching. Cricket is a very pure game, and I am a firm believer of the fact that it should stay miles away from politics. What happens in the ground should stay in the ground. What happens off the ground should stay off of it. So this is a rivalry on the ground, so it should stay on the ground, and every other influencing factor that has been happened over the past few months, past few years off the ground should stay off the ground. There's no correlation, no influence, no association, so it should stay that way, because it's such a beautiful game of cricket. And India-Pakistan rivalry is always one that's for ages, and everyone's really looking forward to it. So I really hope that happens, and wishing both the teams best of luck, and may the best team win. And we are going to stay tuned. And in your recent video of Master Sports Network, you watched how the Pakistani public was all pumped up, and you heard from the Pakistani public as well. So that's it from the live video today. The match is going to be starting in roughly 45 minutes. So we really hope to see a good game of cricket. Good luck to both the teams, and good luck to Pakistan, especially because, of course, as you can see from my jersey, I'm a Pakistani cricket team supporter, but I really hope a good game of cricket comes into play. And it's going to be a treat to watch both the firm bat. Of course, Saim, Ayub and Farhan are going to be the two key batters for Team Pakistan. And Babar Azam. Before I go, I want to talk about this much highly anticipated topic that's been discussed recently, and not a lot of people have dissected it into detail. Babar Azam, the man, the myth, the legend. He's been under a lot of scrutiny recently, and I really hope that he lives up to the expectations that people have from him. And even Farhan, as a matter of fact, a lot of people would say that he performs really well against India. But look, you can make a 50, but you can also make 30 runs, and those 30 runs would outshine that 50 any day if those 30 runs came at a point where your team was even struggling to score a single run. So yeah, in that sort, that really outshines. So impact really matters, and I've always been a firm believer of the fact that stats with impact matter. So if Farhan can score a 50, he can bat through the 20 overs as well. So if he plays very well, he plays an impactful innings, gives a strong start to the Pakistani side, but loses his wicket, and then after his wicket, the stability just dies down, and the Pakistani team becomes a mere wall of sand in front of the Indian bowlers. And I think it's not going to be of that much help. So I think Farhan, Babar Azam, and Fakhar Zaman are the players. If Fakhar Zaman is included into this squad, I think they're going to be the players that are going to be of much importance to Pakistan, and they should play that role, and they should really put up a performance that the Pakistani nation expects from them, and everyone expects from them. So this is your host Noorish Khan signing off for now, and this was it from the live session. Don't forget to tune into Master Sports Network for that's your daily go-to platform for all the cricketing updates. Until then, see you. Bye.